This morning I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful plate of delicious pancakes. This morning we're going to make pancakes. I woke up early this morning thinking pancakes would be really good. And so here we are. We start with 1.5 cups of flour. This is just regular all-purpose flour that I've sifted. And then we add all our dry ingredients. And our dry ingredients are 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a tablespoon of baking powder. It's better to use baking powder that doesn't have aluminum in it if you have it, but I don't. Then we mix this all together really well. Create kind of a hole in the middle of it. And then we let it sit aside for a couple of minutes. Then, in this measuring cup, I have 1.25 cups of milk. And this is a 6 tablespoons of melted butter. We're just going to add that to the milk. Then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 1 egg, but I'm going to break the egg up a little bit first. And then we'll pour that in. And we're going to mix all that together. Now while this is going on, I've got my griddle heating up. It's going to be about 370 degrees, I think. But we test that by dropping a few drops of water on it. If it's hot enough, it'll skitter all over the place and evaporate. Okay. Now we're going to bring back the flour mixture, pour the liquid in, and mix that together. I made these pancakes last week and they were very, very good. So I've been thinking about them ever since. What we're going to do is we're going to mix this until the flour is incorporated. It can be a little lumpy. I don't like it terribly lumpy because I don't like dry spots in my pancakes, but get it pretty well done. And that's that. Then what we're going to do is what I said before, is take a few drops of water and just drop it on the skittle. Let's try it on the griddle. And they're dancing around pretty good. And I like to take a little piece of butter. Butter adds such flavor to pancakes that grilling them with butter is a really, really good idea. So we'll grease up our griddle with some butter. Now watch out you don't burn your finger like I just did. And I like to use a soup ladle. It says use a 1/4 cup or so, but I just do a soup ladle and dump it on there. Spread it around a little bit. And let them cook for approximately 2 minutes or so on the side. You can tell when they're ready to turn because they'll look kind of dry around the edges and they'll will be bubbling inside and the bubbles will be bubbling and then breaking. nice and golden brown. And we cook them just about the same length of time on the other side. Gonna need a plate. Move them a little bit to make room for another one. That's a little too light for me. These have a nice vanilla-y flavor, and they're really, really good. There we go. Those two are perfect. I'll make a couple of small ones. This one's a little on the too small side. The way I like to eat these is with a bit of butter on the pancake. You ever notice when you go into like IHOP, they give you this huge pat of really cold butter, and by then the pancakes have cooled off, and the butter has some difficulty melting. And in my world, if butter's not melted, it's grease. And I don't really eat grease. And that's a nice stack of pancakes. What we do with our pancakes after that is we add syrup. And I got one more of butter here. So I can get the butter to stay on the knife long enough. And there is our beautiful dish of pancakes. Thanks for watching. Check out this video right here.